All right, we are on day 6 of learning Japanese using AI. And today we are starting off with grammar because yesterday we started off with kanji and did way too much of it. Also, just to note, as a side note, the previous video was like so desaturated because I edited it on Premiere Pro and it looked like super red for some reason. I need to figure out this camera. I'm still using the Sony ZV-E one. Last time it shut off like mid-recording, and I'm just gonna test it out again. Want to get this whole setup correct before I actually try streaming, which I will eventually do probably sometime between week 1 and 2. But yeah, I'd rather have it like fully down, the system down, before I actually try it. So hopefully this camera does well this time around. I set it to HD instead of 4K. Anyways, let's get to it. So ChatGPT right now for grammar. I asked it to list JLPT N3 stuff, but let's continue to do N4 stuff since there are a few of them that I don't know. So I'll just continue with the process. Can you give me new grammar to work on today? Okay, te ageru is something I know already, so we don't need to worry about that one. And te kureru is also something I know. Maybe I'll just do it from JLPT N3 instead, just to avoid wasting time on stuff I already know. But we can just read the examples for fun, I guess. Okay. 私は I forgot that this was imoto. 私は妹にプレゼントを買ってあげた. Give a present to my, or bought a present for my younger sister. I'm not reading the English right now, or I'm doing my best not to. てくれる。友達が私に I have no idea what this is. 宿題を so that's 手伝ってくれた. So my friend helped me with my homework. Okay. I always get confused about tomodachi right here. The second character I don't recognize as much, but I always see the first one. I know that it's tomodachi. And then for this one, I just had no idea what this was. So that's shukudai, so homework. And then that is the kanji for te, so tetsudatte. So that's tsuda. Tsuda has the radical for person and the other one for origin, or like gen, I believe, right? Yeah, well, we're not working on kanji right now, so let's keep going. I might get too distracted. All right, so can you start giving me JLPT N3 grammar instead? Yo to suru. I definitely have not heard of that one. And then wake de wa nai. I have not heard of that one either. So part of me feels worried that I've never heard of it, but I will trust it for now and ask someone else later for help just to make sure that it's accurate, or how useful it is too. That would be insightful to have. But quite frankly, based on my experience yesterday, I don't trust ChatGPT enough for me to just outright say like, okay, yeah, this is what I'm to just believe it. So I will learn with a grain of salt. Okay, yo to suru, to try to do something, to be about to do something. What? This is used to express an attempt to do something, or when you're about to do something. Okay, meaning and usage, pretty much the same thing. You just stated it clearer in usage. Okay, formation, verb volitional form plus to suru. Okay, densha ni norou to, oh, volitional form. I always get confused about like what volitional form and all that stuff is, but yo, so like shio, like let's do it, or tabeyo, let's eat. So it's like the let's form. So densha ni norou to shita ga. This is like, what is this by itself again? Mani awanakatta. Mani ao means like to do something on time. I learned that from my girlfriend. And mani awanakatta, I guess that means you didn't do it in time. So densha ni norou to shita ga. I tried to get on the train. So you tried to do something. Okay. I think I am understanding. Mani awanakatta. Explanation. expresses an effort or attempt to do something, or the state of being about to do something. In this example, the speaker tried to catch the train but wasn't able to. Okay, so to try to do something. I'm trying to internalize this. The other thing that I can think of is like to try something, like literally, like let's say you want to try a specific food or something, like katsu o tabete mitai. I want to try katsu. But I think that kind of try is different compared to this, an effort or attempt rather than to try. I'm sorry, I don't know why my throat is really dry right now. Okay, about to do something. So when it says or, a part of me feels like maybe it has like a mix of that. But let's focus on one at a time. I don't want to like focus on too many, so I won't worry about this right now. So let's ask ChatGPT to give us more examples. 家を出ようとした時、電話が what is this? 鳴った rang? Okay. 家を出ようとした時. So just as I was about to leave the house. What was the other definition again? So to just about to do something, and then an effort or attempt to do something. Effort or attempt and just about to do something. I think in this case, like it can be both. Like you were trying to leave the house, the phone rang. Or just when you were about to leave the house, just when you were trying to leave the house, the phone rang. Then 彼は I've been told that this isn't a great way to refer to other people, but like literally every example uses it, so it kind of confuses me. Like when you want to refer to someone like him or her, I've been told that it's preferable to say something like 女の人 or 男の人 instead of 彼 or 彼女, because most of the time 彼女 means like girlfriend, and 彼, I mean 彼氏 means boyfriend, but yeah, I don't know about that. But it's just something I always note when I see it. Okay. 彼は何かを言おうとしたが言えなかった. Okay, so he was about to say something. He was trying to say something. He was about to say something, but he couldn't. There's like a bit of a but there. There's like a time there. What was the first example? There's also a but here. So perhaps the context determines whether or not it's like try versus about to. Let's actually ask ChatGPT, but let's just read the next ones real quick. 私は新しい仕事を始めようとしてる. I'm trying to start a new job. Say it's still try. 猫が部屋から出ようとしたとき. Okay, so cat is about to leave the room. ドアが閉まった. Okay. Just as the cat was about to leave the room, the door closed. So toki usually refers to the just is what I'm seeing, but again, I'm going to ask ChatGPT. Unless, does it already say it? No. Let's keep going. 彼はタバコをやめようとしてるが、なかなかできない. I forgot what naka means. 彼はタバコをやめようとしてるが, he is trying to quit smoking. なかなかできない. 車に乗ろうとしたとき, while trying to ride the train. What is this? 財布を忘れたことに気づいた. Okay. When I was about to get on the train, I realized I had forgotten my wallet. 気づいた. I also learned that recently. I think as of right now, like anytime I say I learned something recently, or I learned something that's outside of ChatGPT and I don't refer to who or specifically what, it's likely from my girlfriend. So I don't want to like keep saying that over and over again. So that's just, I don't even need to say the source, I guess, but yeah, I don't know. Let's keep going. This grammar expresses either a momentary action about to do something or an ongoing effort trying to do something. Let me know if the more details, additional practice. Can you please tell me, distinguish when it's about to do something versus ongoing effort? Pay attention to the context and tense used in the sentence. About to do something. This usage refers to something that is just about to happen. Okay, I mean, yeah. It often describes immediate actions or events The action is typically interrupted or hasn't been completed. There's a sense of immediacy, or the action is on the verge of happening. So that is the alarm for telling me to move forward. We will after this. 家を出ようとしたと雨が降り始めた. When I was about to leave the house, it started raining. About to do something. Again with toki. Toki for about to. And the other one is like trying. 猫がドアから出ようとする. Cat is about to go out the door. Okay, ongoing effort. This usually okay. Action is not necessarily happening at a specific moment. I got it. But it's something the person is attempting or intending to do over time. So ようとしてる is progressive. ようとする. Okay. は仕事. This is change, right? 変えようとしてる. That's correct. He is trying to change jobs. Okay. So してる is like an ongoing thing. I mean, that much is obvious, so it doesn't make sense to use it in the case of like something that's about to happen. So that makes sense. And then 彼女は毎日早く what is that? 起きようとしてるがなかなかできない. What does mean quite considerably, not easily? Okay, got it. The interesting thing here, despite the ongoing effort thing, like trying to do something, like some of the examples here don't have that as well. Like this one, for instance, he tried to say something. That's like a past tense thing. It's not an ongoing effort. It's more like something that happened, like he tried versus like an ongoing effort. Yeah, that sort of slight difference in nuance disturbs me a little bit, but I sort of understand this grammar point and I will revisit it eventually. You make a list of grammar points that I want to review later. Can you make a list of grammar points? I feel like if I ask it this way, ChatGPT is going to mess up. Let's see. Can you add this to a list? No, not naka. Okay. I really hope that ChatGPT can do this properly. I mean, I had it refresh and tell me the stuff I didn't know for the vocabulary, and I believe it was correct. So can you also add suru yoni? Okay, I think 5 minutes have passed since we started. So we're done with grammar for today. We kind of only did one, but that's okay. Like, I think that's a useful one. Let's see. So it's the volitional form or the let's form with to, yo to suru. So let's just do one last thing, which is creating my own sentence. Let's do ChatGPT で日本語を勉強しようとするとしてるでいる. Is this sentence accurately using the grammar point? Okay, it says that I'm accurately using it correctly. That's good enough for me for now. Best sentence I can come up with on the spot. Let's move forward. I think we definitely did way more than 10 minutes for grammar practice. I think this initial thing regarding the practice structure that was given in the beginning is a little bit too, maybe asking for a daily routine is not exactly the best option, because one thing will suffer because of the repeated action. Like kanji and vocab might be okay, but like grammar is gonna suffer from being 10 minutes a day every single time. So I think what I'm going to do is actually make it 15 minutes. And yeah, I don't know. That's it. I do want to do different days for different stuff, but I'm not sure what. Let's ask ChatGPT. I'm going to call this main chat sensei because I believe this was the original thing. Hi, we would like to vary up my practice schedule for this learning Japanese challenge. At the moment, we are doing 20 minutes of kanji, 20 minutes of vocab, 15 minutes of grammar, and 10 minutes of listening every day. I feel like this routine can get a bit stale. Can you include special days, different routines? All right, let's mix things up by adding theme days and alternating activities while still covering all aspects of language learning. Here's a revised schedule that includes special days to keep your practice engaging. So 5 standard days, stick with your current routine, but just adjust but adjust for specific themes. 2 special days focus on specific skills or fun immersive activities. How did I hit the limit already? Okay. Kanji focus, listening and speaking. I think for the time being, we're just not going to do any listening or speaking. Just because, I mean, I am doing listening. I listened to the podcast stuff like for a good 20 minutes earlier today. So, but I think like on camera, we won't do anything related to listening and speaking. I mean, I am speaking when I read. Then we have vocabulary, focus on reading comprehension, kanji, reading practice. I think reading practice would be a really good one. I think that is something that I should include as well. So I will actually make a new chat real quick. I would like to practice Japanese reading practice. That was redundant. Reading. I am around the JLPT N4 to N3 level. Can you help me with that? Ooh, that's a passage right there. That is for sure a reading passage. I don't think I'll do this right now at this very moment, but I will save this for later. Reading practice. Okay. Grammar intensive, 25 minutes for grammar. So it's just changing up the time. It's just suggesting different stuff. Kanji, listening, vocab. Yeah, it's just varying up the time, which is fine. Like, I think I'll naturally do that myself. Mixed skills, kanji, vocab, grammar, listening. Special days, special day 1, fun immersion day, watching TV shows, anime. Yeah, you know, I can't do that because I'm on a challenge where I don't watch any entertainment stuff for 30 days. I have done that for 35 days already. And then I watched like anime for the past not yesterday, but before yesterday, like 2 days. And then now I'm on another 30 days where I just don't watch anything. This is the only way I feel like I can realize my potential. So casual conversation with your native speaker. Okay, that's a good one. But you know what I can do is actually try to have a conversation with ChatGPT. ChatGPT can act as the native speaker and we just like text each other back and forth, I guess. So that's a good one. Let's also include it real quick. Be my Japanese language buddy. Text. Let's text back and forth in Japanese. I am around the JLPT N4 level. Okay, it says もちろん日本語でお話ししましょう。今日は何をしましたか? Okay, what have I done today? Japanese conversation. Texting buddy. All right. So optional, write a brief journal entry about what you watched or played. That's a pretty good one. And then we can have ChatGPT like basically quiz me. I think we can sort of do that in here as well though. The brief journal entry, because basically this question is what did I do? So yeah, we'll try that later. Reading and writing day. Yeah, we already have reading included and we have writing included. In my kanji, not really writing full sentences, but to me that's okay. I don't think I really need to write full sentences. I'm only writing kanji to help myself remember it. And with this texting thing, I'm basically going to be texting in Japanese, and typing it out. So I think we have a much more versatile and thorough practice schedule at this point. That's a bit more fun. So we can include stuff like this, like every few days. Just vary it up, I guess, depending on how I feel. This might make it harder to improve in one specific area faster, but I think it's a more well-rounded practice routine. Anyways, I really need the restroom, so I'm going to be right back. All right, I am back, and I think what I'm going to do is have ChatGPT actually give me a daily schedule every time I begin. So let's actually tell it that. Can you actually just give me a practice schedule each day when I ask for it? Be sure to vary what I do day by day and include practice involving kanji, grammar, reading. I don't need them to be included every single day, but at least have them included in a set of 3 days. ChatGPT doesn't fully understand what I'm talking about. I think the minimum amount of practice required for decent practice time is probably 20 minutes, at least 20 minutes. Make sure nothing is below that. Now it's including like 4, so that would be what, like an hour and 20 minutes. So make sure that it's also less 1 hour or less. There we go. That's better. We'll just ask it, and we kind of know what we did in the previous day, so it should be fine. But for now, what is today's schedule? Japanese practice schedule. Look at that. We actually already did yoni suru. So let's move on. Interesting. It's giving me words that I don't necessarily, I mean, obviously I know these ones, but I don't know. Seisaki and jugyo. I know jugyo. Shusaki. Kyoshitsu, I know that. Kadai, I don't know that one. So there's a few of them I don't know on this one, which is good. For the most part, I know most of these already, but we can review them. Technically, I should be doing it on this one. I don't want it to keep doing this. It would be kind of distracting if this is... can you just give me the time, the amount of time to practice? Don't give me any examples or terms or what to specifically work on. Okay, that's better. That way I have like a clear separation between chats, because it would be cool to just use one chat and have everything structured that way, but because of the limit, it doesn't help. Like, it's not possible. But let's go ahead and just do vocab. Where is my stuff? Okay, hitsuyo. We haven't even used this camera. This like just sitting there being on for no reason. This is why we should use kanji first and then stop this camera, or turn it on and off when necessary. I feel like I'm wasting batteries. Okay, let's just stick to this for now. Hitsuyo, necessary. Tokubetsu, special. Chui, caution, warning. Shusaki, attendance. Keisaki, keisaki. Seika, chumo, chusen. Chosen, challenge. Doryoku, effort. Seiko, success. Shippai. Keiken. Can you remove 11? Sentaku. Sounds kind of like laundry. Okay, byo is second, got it. Kankyo. Happyo. We know this one, sort of. Chosa, investigation, survey. Unei, kodo, ido, katsudo, kyoi, chishiki, gijutsu, shikaku, jishin. We know jishin. Saino, talent, saino. Where's jishin? Oh, right here, 29. I think at this point we know that tokubetsu means special, and that hitsuyo means necessary. So remove 1 and 2. Now familiar with those terms. That's strange. I asked it to remove 4 numbers, and it was 30 here earlier, so there should be 26, not 24. You know what? I'm not even going to try and figure out what it removed extra. I'm just gonna work on these ones. Out of these 24, which would you say are the most used terms? Give me the top 3. Okay, let's work on these then. This one's joho, kyoiku. I feel like I need something to say it for me. I can't seem to hear anything, unfortunately. This is one having my phone would be actually useful. I think I will stop using this as a camera real quick, since I'm not even using it anyways, and then use this as a method to hear how it's said. Okay, kyoiku, which means education. So this is how the dictionary says it. Kyoik. And then we have katsudo, which means activities. Katsudo. And then we have joho. So we got information, education, and activity. Okay, let's try to use these in some sentences. You know what? Okay, that's the timer for vocab being over, but I think I started early. So katsudo, activity, katsudo, kyoiku, joho. Let's ask ChatGPT how we can remember these. What's the best way to memorize these vocab words? Flashcards, contextual learning, mnemonic devices, practice speaking, group study, daily practice, visual aids, listening practice, write them down, games and quizzes. Lovely. Help me memorize them. Once again, we're giving feedback to ChatGPT. Let's break down the process and work. Okay, let's focus on, oh crap. Let's focus on, that's why I use my mouse. All right, let's break down the process and work through memorizing them. Imagine a Joe holding a big envelope full of information. Okay, I know this is like good memory techniques and stuff like that, but like imagine a Joe. You know, unfortunately, I don't know a Joe, so I don't know how. Is there like a famous Joe? I'm pretty sure there is, but let's just read the example. News that 新しい is this 情報? Yeah. 情報を知りました. Is this 知り? I believe so. 知りました. Okay. 情報 sort of sounds like information to me, so I think I'll have an easy time remembering it. 教育 does not sound like education to me, so let's see. 教 sounds like key. Education is key to success. There's so many things that involve this word 教 though. 日本語の教育 I always mix up to with she. I think that's she. システムはとても I don't know this, but I know that 厳し means strict, so I'm going to assume this is 厳し. 日本の教育システムはとても厳しいです. Then we have 活動 picture a cat katsu doing exercises as part of an activity. Yeah, I don't like this mnemonic system, to be honest. Like, the issue is that you're sort of remembering parts of the word as things, but like katsu has so many different like other word combinations that unless you use the same imagination with the second thing, it doesn't really make sense. I don't like it. 学校では多くの活動 This is 活動が I don't know 言われます I can't read this sentence fully. I need to, what is 言われます? Oh my gosh, it gave me a whole lot more than the top 3. Anyways, let's see. I need to pay more attention to this thing. Think of how information is essential in modern life, blah, blah, blah. You know, honestly, mnemonics are not my thing. At least for memorizing Japanese. I do not want to create like an association with like certain words just to memorize them. And then like every time I think of the word again, like that association comes up. Like I'd rather just know it and have it connected specifically to like the meaning. Learning by association is very useful, but I think for a language, I don't like it very much. At least that's the way I think about it and feel right now about it. It reminds me a little bit of like, I know that it's a start, right? It's supposed to help you like learn it at first, and then like you forget about the technique later because you finally tied it with the actual information. But it's still like very, like I'm working on relative pitch. This is what it reminds me of. Like I'm working on playing by ear right now, and solfege is very useful. It's like you're associating the solfege, a word like do, re, mi, fa, so, with a certain pitch in a scale. And by doing that association, you get a sense of like what each one is, and you can understand it and you can feel it better when you hear it. But the issue is like you're sort of assigning that association with that feel and tone rather than paying attention to the tone and feel itself. So I have been trying my best to like not use as much solfege and just purely understand the tone itself and feel without the solfege. And to me, that's a better way of actually play by ear. Like I feel like I've improved ever since I like stopped using as much solfege or relying on it. So to me, that's what a mnemonic is. It's like relating things and creating associations rather than like just tying together the actual thing. So it's a shortcut that can work, but it's a shortcut that I find annoying personally for this. So I don't like it. I don't like either response, but this one's shorter, so I'll just do this one. Okay, I think that's good enough. 3 terms. 3 is not very much, to be honest. What was it supposed to be in the beginning? Like, how many terms was it? Wasn't 10, was it? 10 is way too much. Yeah, I don't know if they give me a specific amount, but either way, I'm okay with just learning like 3 to 5 vocab terms that are brand new per day. That's a good amount in my opinion. Wait, hold on. I already have a list of things that I don't know, and there's like 24 of them now. So as long as the list is still there, it should be fine. All right, now we work on kanji. We're back to kanji, and maybe our phone can be of use. Let's check it out. So we're on day 6 now, and let's get our set of kanji. You know what? I kind of feel like writing the previous kanji real quick. So what have we learned so far? What are the wing thingies? Are they like this? And then it was Shido, right? It looks so bad. I'm pretty sure I did it completely wrong. Let's find out. It is okay. Surprisingly, I was actually somewhat close. So it looks like this inside instead. This is for narao. Let's try to do shiai real quick. I really can't remember what's on this side, but I know it's something like this. No, I did one extra one. What goes here? I have to look it up. Yeah, this one's kind of hard to remember, to be honest. Then we have kotae. I think it was like this. And what was on the bottom? Okay, I just looked at it. So it's like the character for owl, I think. So these bamboo thingies with owl at the end. Let me make sure that it's actually owl and I'm not going crazy. Yeah, I'm going crazy. It's not owl. It's different. What is that kanji then by itself? Well, I can't type it in here because it says that I've hit the limit. Okay, it is owl actually. I guess owl just has like multiple kanji. I remember that from before, but why does it have multiple kanji? Let's ask. Sorry, let me go back to this. Okay, it means to meet, has different kanji that convey slightly different nuances or contexts. Here's an explanation. It's not quite the right one. Have different meanings and usages in Japanese, even though they can sometimes be related in context. Here's a breakdown of both. Okay, ao, to meet, gather, assemble, then go, and then ao. To fit, to match, to come together. All right, got it. It's the same way of saying it, but a different kanji. So the one that I'm thinking of, or the one that's being used very often, is to match, to fit, to come together, which makes sense with answer. Okay, let's continue. So kotae has the thing that matches. That also means shiai has the thing that's like matches as well. Okay, that definitely changes the way I see things. Then what else was there? There was this one as well at some point. Akeru. For the hell of it, let's write Kyoto. Okay, right. Let's write byoki. Okay, so it had that, and then in the inside it had the thing that reminded me of Tien, but with that. Okay, so that's byo, and then in. In had this in it, and that's all I can remember. Crap. What else is in in? Okay, it was in a lid, and then the gen. It means complete. Okay, kyo, and that means strong. Tsuyoi had the bow, and it also had mu and mushi. Nice. I can do that one pretty well. And then motsu, and then tera. Okay, I think that's correct. Yes. And what else is there? Chikai. So I'm looking at the hiragana and I'm avoiding looking at the kanji. So with the axe one, the one that doesn't really actually look like an axe. Okay, there we go. That's for chikai. Okay, that's a review of yesterday's kanji. And then before that, I want to make sure. Trying to. Okay. Part unrelated with origin or beginning. Again, yes, origin or beginning. Origin or beginning. There's a lid over it, which means roof, radical, implies something related to house building or protection. And this means complete together. Okay. Here's wasureru. And that's it. That's everything we've sort of learned through ChatGPT so far. which is 10 kanji, which is very little. We need to get our act together. Okay, well, let's work on some new ones. So a very common one that I'm seeing is, well, let me show desktop view again. So right now the ChatGPT is being a butt and I can't seem to add any more stuff. So I'm going to just look at an old list from back then and learn from it. So we already know narao, shiai, kotae, ryoko, and tsukai kata is something that we can recognize for sure, but let's write it. So it has this one, which means person. I believe it means person. And then this weird loopy thing. That wasn't so great, but and then kata is pretty simple. These shortcuts kind of suck. Okay. Tsukai kata, okureru. Okureru is always a difficult one for me. Okureru. And hajimaru. That's the mu. And ro. Hajimeru. 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 And then the other one, shimeru, which is to close. It kind of just looks like the o. That was very poorly written. Okay, so those are the 4 new ones. But I kind of want to know their radicals. We're not going to be able to get it from this chat, so let's get it from a different chat. So let's highlight it and just go to main chat. And please teach me about the radicals for these terms. Okay, almost there. Okay, all right, here's the breakdown for the radicals. Right, ryoko, that's one that we didn't write. Sort of looks like kata on the left side with the gun thing, and then I have no idea what that thing is. And iku. Okay, ryo. The left radical is, oh man, it's doing some weird stuff again. Okay, well, let's look at the other stuff that could potentially be correct. Indicating movement, okureru, right side. Okay, onna, which means woman. To close, we have mon, and then yeah, this is so strange. I don't understand why they're giving such random stuff. Well, that's particularly why I kept this tab open. So in case this happened again, the gate radical. There's 968, so that must be in reference to a different page that has it. I'm guessing. Radical notes seems to be the only thing there. Is there a link to it here? No. Okay, but it at least tells us right here. The thing right here, the radical here, conveys to obstruct. Okay, I can sort of see it in a way, like a dude holding some spear or something. And it looks like my camera has failed again. So even on 1080, the thing can't even last, what, an hour? It's been less than an hour, I think. So that is something to note. The Sony ZV-E one is useless for streaming. Good to know. I will use my other camera. Yeah, I think that might mean I have to keep that camera if I want to actually stream. I'll try some stuff. We'll see. Hajimaru. I feel like we're kind of going deep into radicals again. I kind of find it fun though to do some like this radical stuff. I wonder if they have one for this symbol. No, they do not. Surely they have this though. Yeah, I don't understand why it's in hajimeru though. What's the relationship? Anyways, let's do okureru. Not quite. It should be in the slide one though. Not slide, but movement. Let's see if it's here. Not quite. That's unfortunate. There's a lot, but there's not this one. See if Google can help. Here's Wani Kani. All right, radical combination, scooter, flag, and sheep. Flag and sheep. Like, is this what it actually means? Or is it like just a way to remember it? Regardless, it doesn't matter too much as long as I can read the kanji in the end. It's less of a mnemonic system than it is just a way of indicating or giving a name to like what this is. So that sounds good to me. This does sort of look like a scooter. Sheep, okay. If I were to just type in like this right here, then type in radicals in Google, would Wani Kani come up again? Yes, that's quite nice. So this is the leader, typically means person, but we're going to shift the meaning a little bit. It's kind of like the person radical, but it's taller, skinnier, standing above the rest, peons, leader. I see. So Wani Kani seems to just use the radicals in a way that helps you remember it rather than going by the full meaning. History. To be honest, you don't really need the full meaning as long as it has some relation to the actual meaning. and this one, which means person. But there are certain things like movement, scooter, they relate it quite well. I think this is something I can get behind, this memory technique. I don't mind it as much as like creating a random story for a certain vocab term based on the way it's said. Is there a way to like just look at the words? Wani, kani, terms, not terms of services, vocabulary. If I looked for one, would I be able to find it? Yes. Excellent. So this is a good page to keep just so like I can look at this and yes, it has the radicals. Awesome. I will just keep this like here. It has different levels as well. Yeah, ChatGPT is simply unreliable when it comes to kanji radicals, it seems. I don't understand how they're getting this from here. So there's clearly a mistake. I'll tell it once more. There are some errors with your radical explanations. You're matching incorrect radicals with the kanji. This has been an error made a couple times before as well. You might want to find some way to correct yourself in the future regarding this. It's still wrong. Is there a way to give feedback to make you more accurate? You know, I'm not gonna bother trying to improve ChatGPT anymore. It's just a waste of time. So let's not do that and finish up this practice session. So we're basically done. We have practiced over an hour and have come up with a newer routine that we'll implement probably tomorrow. So we got some reading practice going on and we got some texting practice going on. We'll try those things tomorrow. As for camera stuff, we still need to figure it out. Hopefully the colors look okay, at least this time. And then for next time, yeah, I think we'll have to just use our other camera and maybe not sell it. So yeah, that's something to note. All right, so this was overall a good practice session. There's still a lot to figure out. I think I'm learning that other supplemental resources, like stuff like WaniKani for learning kanji, very useful. I like the radical way of learning it. I think there was this book or thing that was recommended to me back then. I forgot what it was called at this point, but it was basically like learning kanji through like memorizing the radicals in a way and the meaning of the radicals, and then learning the actual pronunciation and stuff like that afterwards. So learning meaning first and then pronunciation afterwards. To me, I don't really care for that. It's probably a good way to learn it, but I think just a regular basic way of learning it sounds fine to me overall. So I'll use these to help me with understanding radicals and learning the kanji as well from now on, and not rely on ChatGPT to explain the radicals, because it's made way too many errors for me to trust it regarding the radicals. But yeah, I'm looking forward to doing the other practice because it's getting a little stale at this moment, just doing the same old stuff. I like doing grammar. Grammar is pretty fun. It's like a brand new thing with new meaning and how to like convey a new, more nuanced like way to say something. But yeah, I will verify that the way I perceived it today is correct by practicing it with native speakers. And then vocab practice and kanji. Yeah. We need to implement a review as well. Let's tell Chat Sensei. Okay, we told it to just do a review day. Okay, that's gonna be enough for today. Catch you guys in the next one.